Derrick in New Mexico is next up. Thank you for waiting, Derrick. You're on the air.
Konnichiwa, Eddie, Sebastian, Carrot Top, and Richard Christie. You see what I did there? Since you're back from Japan.
I did.
Hey, Eddie, I was going to say, I called in a couple of weeks ago, and I was going to give you my Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins concert when I went to them in Phoenix, and it was a really great show, and it was actually looked pretty packed in there. Somebody was telling me it was sold out, but I'm not really sure about that. I mean, when they showed the lights, it looked pretty full. So, but anyway, my call, I was gonna. Unfortunately, I fell on Saturday and broke two of my ribs, and I was in the hospital from Sunday and I got out on Tuesday, and this was the week that I was supposed to go to Vegas from Wednesday through Sunday. And, and I had my ticket for the first night of Sammy Hagar's birthday bash. And then I was going to go see Sum 41 at the Planet Hollywood on Saturday. But yeah, that unfortunate thing, I just had to, I couldn't be over there with broken ribs and trying to have a good time. And, so it's just the whole thing. So I actually put my Sammy Hagar ticket up on the verified resale on Ticketmaster. And I guess on there, I've never sold a ticket on there before, but I guess when you go on there, they have comparable prices that people are putting up in your section where you're about to sell. And I think they were going from, the starting was like $250 all the way up into like $400. And I bought mine, I think I bought mine for about $97 total. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to lowball everybody, and I put it on there for like $230. And it told me too. It says, you're below the price, so your ticket may sell quicker or whatever. So I, hit confirm and did all that stuff like that. And actually, like within a day, it ended up, selling, and I ended up making about $133 off that ticket. And so I started to put I just barely put the Sum 41 ticket up for sale, and hopefully I'm just I just care about just getting my money back. But I saw I knew that Sammy Hagar was a hot ticket, so that's why I was like, nah, you know what, I'll make a few bucks or whatever, And but I was gonna say, were you gonna be there? Because I was the one that asked a while back, a couple of months back, when I knew I was gonna go, and I was asking you, and you didn't know at the time if you were gonna either be working or if you were gonna be at the two shows hosting them or whatever.
Yeah.
And then just before I leave, my pick is 5150, and I think Ozzy should give Brad Gillis a mention too. Thank you, and I'll listen to you out there. Have a good day.
Thank you, Derrick. Good call on Brad Gillis. I doubt he'll get a mention, but he really came in and saved the day during the solo years. Could even give a shout out to Bernie Torme. I mean, look, if I'm Ozzy Osbourne and I'm going into this thing, and look, we know, and I'm not trying to be mean here, but we know Ozzy's not unfortunately really all there right now and dealing with a lot health-wise, and that sucks. But he can have somebody write this for him. He's got to have some recall here. I don't care if you go up there with a sheet of paper. You should be rattling off those people that were in your band. If it was me, I'd mention every single one of them. Every single one of them. Because again, remember the whole Ozzy solo thing was not supposed to even be a solo thing. It was supposed to be a band called Blizzard of Oz. And then at the last minute, they flipped it and put Ozzy Osbourne and named the album Blizzard of Oz. But all of those musicians, all of those songwriters, so important. And I'm not saying that to diminish Ozzy's own role in his career, but we know that as a quote-unquote solo artist, he relied heavily on writers and producers and tremendous musicians. So let's hope the right thing happens. As far as the Sammy Hagar stuff this weekend in Vegas, I'll tell you what, Derrick, as of 15 minutes ago, it got more likely that I might make the show either tomorrow or Saturday, because I am going to attempt to fly to Vegas tonight. I was originally going tomorrow, but I just actually bought a ticket for tonight. The nice thing about no change fees ever since COVID is you have flexibility. You can double book and then just take whatever one you can take. You don't get penalized, you just get credit. And for me, I use the credit anyway. So if all goes well, I'm going to get out tonight and I'll try to go over and see Sammy tomorrow or Saturday for the birthday deal. This is the first time he's doing a birthday thing in Vegas. He's still doing the one in Cabo, which I've never gone to. But I will try to at least get over there, hopefully tomorrow or Saturday for a bit, say hello and see what's going on over at the Palms in Vegas. And Michael Anthony told me when I was just with the guys in Japan, Michael told me he's going to be in Vegas for a while, even after this weekend. So he and I were talking about getting dinner or whatever. And, he's always welcome to come on the show if he wants to. He's one of the best guests ever. My gosh, if you didn't hear Michael last time when he was on with us from Vegas, and there's full video as well, it's just the Van Halen stuff we get into. He's just an open book. It's so great. So great. So yes, Derrick, there's a good chance that I will make it. There is a ton of stuff going on in Vegas.